Hello, welcome to today's practice. I'm so glad you're here. Our practice today will incorporate all sorts of movement, all ranges of motion. For gear to have on hand, I just have my blanket, so feel free to grab whatever you need to sit most easefully. We will be on our hands and knees at some point, so if you need some cushion or pillows underneath your knees or even your wrists, go ahead and grab that as well. If at any point you need to adapt, adjust, and modify this practice, please do. This is your practice. Listen to your body, honor your body in the best way possible. All right, so with all of that being said, welcome. Let's go ahead and start by lying down. And just take a moment here, settle in. Use a moment, maybe rock your head from side to side. Lift one shoulder at a time and just let them settle down. Maybe rock your hips from side to side. Allow your low back to become even. Maybe rock your legs or knees from side to side. And just let your legs settle where they will. Maybe open and close your hands, rock your arms, move your wrists a little bit, and then just let them soften. Draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. One more time, big full breath in and out. We'll just use these first few moments just to settle in and arrive into our practice today. Allow your gaze to soften. Allow your focus to soften. And as you begin to settle in, take a moment to notice those sounds or sensations that may be calling for your attention. Just begin to notice what you notice in this space. As you begin to settle in and arrive, and as you become aware of what you notice, begin to shift your attention into the sensation of the mat and the earth underneath you. With the next few breaths, I invite you to check in with your body from head to toe. Notice how it makes connection with the mat and the support. Maybe notice those areas that make contact with the earth. And just a couple more breaths here. And from this awareness of your body as it makes connection with the earth, Shift your attention into the rest of your body and begin to notice how it makes connection with the space around you. And just notice what you notice. See if you can observe your body without any sort of judgment or attachment to expectation. That's just an awareness. And just a couple more breaths here. Begin to shift your attention into the rhythm of your breath. Become aware of the quality of your inhales and exhales. Notice the sensation of your breath. And allow this awareness to bring you into this moment. I invite you to bring your hands to the bowl of your belly. And from this awareness of your hands on your belly, begin to let your breath deepen. Allow your breath to expand front to back and side to side. And as you begin to settle into the rhythm of your breath, perhaps allow your exhales to be just a little bit longer than your inhales. So your exhales begin to draw out, bringing you into this present moment just a little bit more. I invite for you to shift one hand up to your heart. With one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, begin to let your breath expand and radiate into your entire body. Allow your breath to radiate in all directions. And just notice how your body responds to the rhythm and the sensation of your breath. And as we move through our practice today, I invite for you to notice how your breath and body respond to one another. And allow this awareness to bring you into each present moment just as it is. And gently float both hands up to your heart. And from this space around your hands and heart, come into a place of gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. And we'll hold this bit of gratitude in our heart as we move through our practice. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead, lengthen from fingertips to toes, stretch from side to side. Just another breath or so. And gently release. Hug your knees into your chest. And just use a couple of breaths here. Bring the movement that your body needs. Maybe your knees rock side to side. Maybe your hips make some really small circles. Just check in with your body here. Move with your breath at your pace. Just another breath or so. And release. Bring both feet to the mat. Reach your arms by your sides, palms facing upward. Find a full breath here. Allow your ribs to soften into the earth. Allow your shoulders to soften. And reach your right leg up to the sky. And bring some movement here, point and flex. You can always hold your leg if you like here. But find that same softness in your shoulders and ribs and draw some circles with your toes. And go both directions. All the while breathing your full breaths. And just pause for a moment. Nice big full breath. Lengthen through the sole of your foot. Reach through your heel. And exhale. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Gently open up through your right side. Again, find that evenness through your hips. Breathe fully here. And gently rock your knees from side to side. Option to reach your arms out to the side and maybe let your gaze go in the opposite direction of your knees. And just a couple more breaths here. And pause in center. Weave your hands through to your hamstrings. Hug your knees into your chest. Still find that softness in your ribs and shoulders. Big full breath here. And out. And release. Bring your feet back down to the earth. Palms face upward. Big full breath here. Check in with both sides. And reach your left leg up to the sky. And bring a little bit of movement here if you'd like. You can always hold your leg. Breathe fully. Big full breath here. Reach through your heel. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Bring your ankle to your knee. Gently open up through your left side. Even out your hips and side waist. Reach your arms out to a T and gently rock your knees from side to side. And maybe rotate your head from side to side, adding some gentle neck movement here. And just a couple of breaths. And the next time you find center, pause. And option to weave your hands through, maybe hug your knees in. Big full breath. And gently release. Once again, bring your feet to the earth, palms facing upward. With the rhythm of your breath, root through your feet, and as you inhale, gently lift your hips, lift your spine. Allow your breath to expand and create that buoyancy, and as you exhale, come all the way back down to the earth. Couple more breaths, just like that. Root through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your spine. Keep your knees in line with your hips. And exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, lift. And lower down. And gently hug your knees in. Big full breath here. And use the next breath or so. Make your way to hands and knees. Using whatever gear you'd like underneath your knees and your wrists, creating a little bit of support. And take a moment here, root evenly through all of your fingertips, root evenly through the tops of all your toes. And with the rhythm of your breath, we'll bring some movement into your spine. Inhale, soften your belly towards the earth, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, gently press into your hands. Draw your spine to the sky, chin to your chest. Move through with your breath at your pace. We'll move through a couple more of these. And with the next couple of breaths, just bring the movement, stretch, or direction your body needs. There's no right or wrong here. It's just working out any lingering kinks from your day, creating space where there may be tension. Just another breath or so. When you're ready, draw your toes together, widen your knees as much as you'd like, send your hips to your heels, and just allow your upper body to find support on the earth underneath you. As you settle in here, maybe rock your hips from side to side. Maybe wiggle out your shoulders, rock your head. Just let everything be supported by the earth underneath you. Just another breath or so. And on your inhale, look between your hands. Once again, root evenly through your hands. Activate your arms. Shift forward into a supported plank pose so your shoulders line up over your wrists. And gently draw your heart forward so your spine is nice and long. Big full breath here. And as you exhale, keep your elbows nice and close to your body. Lower all the way down to the earth. Bring your hands to the outside of your mat so that your wrists line up with your elbows and your shoulders. On your inhale, press into your hands, lift your heart. And exhale, lower down. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your heart. And exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Slide your hands underneath your forehead. Bend your knees, rock your feet from side to side. And gently release. Feet touch down to the earth. Root through the tops of your feet, all your toes. One more time. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows nice and close. Now as you inhale, slide your elbows underneath your shoulders so that your palms are in front of you. Root through all of your fingers. Create that traction through your index finger and your thumb. So this part of your wrist stays rooted into the earth. Draw your tailbone to your toes. Reach your heart forward so we find a nice long spine, even though it's curved here. A big full breath in and out. One more time, big full breath in. And exhale, turn your elbows out to the side. Hands touch down underneath your forehead. Bend your knees, rock your feet from side to side. And lower your feet to the earth. One last time, hands touch down underneath your shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet. And as you inhale, press into your hands, shift back into that tabletop position. Pause here for a moment, big full breath. Walk your hands forward a half a step or so. We're just going to make some really big circles with our shoulders and really big circles with our hips. See if you can organize your breath and your movement so everything happens all together, all at the same time. The next time you find center, pause and then reverse directions. And one more time, pause and center. Draw your toes together, send your hips to your heels. Bring your elbows down to the earth. Bring your hands together so that your fingertips face the sky. So you're bringing your hands together just over your head. Your elbows are bending. Find that breath in your heart space. Nice big full inhale. And exhale. One more full breath here. And on your inhale, reach your arms out nice and long. Look between your thumbs. Come all the way onto your knees. Step one foot forward and then the other. Make your way to stand. When you get there, allow your feet to check in underneath your hips, your shoulders over your hips. And we'll just bring some movement here. Inhale, lift your shoulders up and let them roll forward. We'll just do that a few times. And roll them back. And open and close your hands. Rotate your wrists. And go the other way. And give your hands a little shake. Shake out your elbows, your shoulders. Rock your hips from side to side. And then just pause for a moment. Inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Let them slide down your back. Allow your heart to lift. Big full breath. Bring your feet just beyond your hips so that they're nice and wide. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, gently fold forward. Bend your knees a little bit more. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And twice more, exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. One more time, inhale up. And last one, exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to your elbows, rock out your shoulders, head, and neck. And gently release, bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, allow your ribs to soften. This is when we were lying down, allow your ribs to sort of soften to your spine. Draw your tailbone to the earth, nice big full breath in, reach. And as you exhale, hinge on over to the right. And inhale, center, hinge on over to the left. Once more on each side. And inhale, reach, and release. Face the long edge of your mat and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your feet out at about a 45-degree angle or so. Maybe your toes face that corner of your mat. And on your inhale, sweep your arms out to shoulder height. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees. And inhale, reach and stretch. Maybe lift your heart and gaze up. And exhale, bend. Inhale, reach and stretch. One more time, bend. Bring your hands to your knees. Nice big full inhale. Find length in your spine. And as you exhale, dip your right shoulder to the center. Gaze over your left shoulder. And inhale, lengthen. And dip your left shoulder, gaze over your right. Once more on each side. And inhale, root through your feet. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Turn your right toes out, left toes in. Arms to shoulder height, big full breath here. And as you exhale, bend your right knee. And just make sure your knee tracks over your ankle. Big full breath here. Inhale, straighten your legs, sweep your arms up. And switch directions, left toes out, right toes in. Big full breath with your arms at shoulder height. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Find that space between effort and ease. Big full breath here. And one more time on each side. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up. And turn out your right toes, arms to shoulder height, bend your right knee. Big full breath here, reach through your right fingertips, elbow to your knee, and just bring your left hand to your hip for just a moment. So even in this space, draw your tailbone towards your left heel. Allow your ribs to soften to the spine. And gently lift your heart and gaze upward. An option to keep your left hand on your hip, or maybe it reaches up and over. Find lift out of your right shoulder. So we're not sinking in, but we're creating our breath to create that buoyancy. Using our breath to create that buoyancy. One more nice big full inhale here. Exhale, press into your feet, bring everything back to center. Straighten your right leg, bring your left hand to your hip, sweep your right arm up to the sky. For just creating a lengthening through our entire right side. Big full breath here. And exhale, release. Just bring both hands down for a moment. Switch the direction of your feet. Turn your left toes out, right toes in. Arms reach up to shoulder height. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Check in, make sure your knee is over your toes. It's not falling inward, but we're using the muscles of our external rotators on our hips to keep everything strong. Big full breath here. Inhale, reach through your left fingertips. Create that nice long left side. Bring your elbow to your knee, right hand to your hip. Use a moment, set your foundation here. So draw your tailbone towards your heels, soften through your ribs. Big full breath. Option to leave your right hand as it is. Maybe it reaches up and over. Find your breath and use it to lift up and out of your left shoulder so we don't sink or get heavy, but we're using our legs and our breath to create that strength. One more full breath here. Root through your feet. Inhale, straighten your leg, windmill your hands, right hand to your hip, left arm reaches up to the sky. And exhale, release. Bring everything back to center. Parallel your feet. Step them together. Nice big full breath here. And working on those external rotator muscles just a little bit more. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot. Let your left toes touch down. So still use your breath to create that lift out of your hips. We don't want to sink on in here, but we want to create that space. An option to leave your toes rooted. Maybe they lift. Maybe they stay grounded. Maybe they touch in at your ankle. So just use a couple of breaths here to explore your balance, whatever that may look like. Your hands may stay at your heart. Maybe they reach up and out. Maybe they open. Nice big full inhale. And exhale, release. And then just let everything touch down. So without shaking too much or moving too much, just notice how your feet touch down to the earth. Notice the differences between the two sides. Then we'll shift over to side B. So bring all of your weight into your left foot. Right toes touch down. So find that lift out of your hips and your waist. So just like we were using our breath to create that space in our shoulders, we weren't sinking into our shoulder. We're going to use our breath to create that same space here so that we're not sinking in. Find a place to gaze with your eyes, a place of focus. Allow your breath to be the center of your attention as you explore some balance on this side. And this side might look totally different than the other side, and that's completely fine. And just a couple more breaths here. Your hands may stay. Maybe they find a different variation on this side. Wherever they're going to go is perfect. Nice big full inhale. And exhale, release. And just another breath or so, shake everything out. All right, let's make our way to the short edge of our mat. Allow your feet to check in underneath your hips. Your shoulders are over your hips. Nice big full inhale. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Now as you exhale, gently fold forward. Bend your knees so that your spine can stay as long as it can. Nice big full breath in. And as you exhale, let your hands touch down to the earth and walk your feet back. Keep your hips up nice and high. Allow your knees to soften here. Your feet are still hips width apart. Find that rooting through your index finger and thumb. Nice big full breath. One more inhale here. As you exhale, lower your hands down, or lower your knees down rather, to the earth. Your hands were probably already still there. And come all the way on to your knees. So we're going to be on our knees for just a moment, so feel free to use whatever gear you like. I'm just going to bring my knees to the earth on a blanket. Bring your hands to your hips. So option to keep your hands on your hips, or you can bring them into the small of your back. I'll just show you. You can tuck them into, if you had back pockets, like you were going to tuck them into your back pockets, or you can make fists with your hands. The idea here is to keep your shoulder blades drawing together and our elbows close together. That way it creates some space through our heart as we still root through our tailbone, so we're not getting this super curve through our low back. So on your inhale, find that rooting through the tops of your feet. Draw your tailbone to the earth. Nice big full breath. Lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, lift your heart up to the sky. Nice big full inhale. Root through your feet. And back to center. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Lift. And bring your heart upward. Draw your tailbone to the earth. And root through your feet. Inhale back to center. And release your feet. Send your hips to your heels ever so gently. And make your way to a seated position. If you'd like to sit up on a blanket here, I definitely invite you to do that. Just creating a little bit of space in your low back so that your tailbone can continue to draw towards the earth. Reach your legs out nice and long. Tuck your right foot in. Reach your left leg out nice and long in front of you. So you may have to shift your hips a little bit so that your hips and shoulders are in alignment. You don't want your back to have a bit of rotation here. We're going to come into a forward fold. So you want your forward fold to be nice and steady. Bring your hands down just to the outside of your leg. Find that lift in your heart. So actively reach through your left foot. Nice big full breath in. And as you exhale, draw your heart towards your toes. Find a gentle forward fold here. Find that length in your spine. Allow your breath to fill the entire back side of your body. Nice big full inhale. And exhale, find one place to soften. And big full breath in. Walk your hands back towards your body. And we're going to switch sides. So ever so carefully, reach your right leg out. Tuck your left one in. And again, use a moment here to even out your hips and shoulders so that they're in a nice and organized formation. Bring your hands down by your sides. Big full breath in. Find that length in your spine. And as you exhale, reach your heart towards your toes. So we're finding a nice long back body here. Breathe fully. Big full inhales and exhales. And for another breath or two, allow everything to soften. Nice big full breath. On your inhale, find that length in your spine. Walk your hands towards your body. And then bring both of your feet in. Soles of your feet together. Draw your knees towards the earth. Find that length in your spine. Big full breath in here. And exhale, draw your knees towards the earth. One more time, big full breath in. And exhale, knees to the earth. And bring everything back to center. Hands underneath your knees. Bring your feet about mats width apart. Hands behind you and just rock your knees from side to side. And just a couple more breaths here. And bring everything back to center. If you're sitting up on a blanket, go ahead and remove it. Reach your arms out nice and long in front of you. Draw your tailbone to the earth. Find that lift in your heart. Big full breath in. Now as you exhale, gently lower to the earth. As slowly as you can, as controlled as you can. And when you get there, reach your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes. Big full breath. And hug your knees into your chest. Allow everything to soften into the mat. Soften into the support. Bring your heels down to the earth. Reach your fingertips toward your heels. Palms face upward. Align your ankles with your knees with your hips. Big full breath. Inhale, root through your feet. Lift your hips, lift your spine. And exhale, lower down. Twice more with your breath. Root through your feet, lift your hips, lift your spine. And exhale, lower. One more time, big full breath. And pause at the height of this posture. So root through your feet, find that lift with your breath. Your tailbone reaches toward your knees. Big full breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hug your knees in. Reach your left arm out to the side. Nice big full breath. Then as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Bring your gaze to your left fingertips. Allow your breath to be full into your belly, your side waist, your shoulders. And just another breath or so. And inhale, bring everything back to center. Nice big full breath in neutral. And reach your right arm out to the side and lower your knees to the left. Use a moment, shift and adjust, and then soften into the space. And just a few more breaths here. And on your inhale, bring everything back to center. And with the next few breaths and moments, bring the movement, stretch, or direction your body needs to best complete your practice today. So whatever movement that looks like for you, whatever shape that takes is perfect. And just another breath or so. And when you are ready, make your way into your integration form. So I'm just going to make my way to a seat. Feel free to stay in that reclined position. Use a moment, settle in. Use the gear that you'd like or that you have on hand. Maybe place a blanket under your knees for a bit of support through your low back. Maybe on those days when you feel like you need to be a little more grounded, you can scoot your body so that your feet are actually resting on the wall. And take the next moment or so, settle in. And as you arrive, allow your gaze to soften. Draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. One more time, big full breath in. And out. And just use the next few moments to just settle. Allow your practice to integrate. Allow your gaze to soften. Allow your focus to soften. Allow your breath to be at ease, to be passive. So without any effort, without a whole lot of strain. And just allow yourself this time, gift yourself this time, to just be present with the sensations that you notice. Each time you notice your attention begin to wander and drift, ever so patiently bring your attention and awareness back into the rhythm and sensation of your breath. With each inhale and exhale, see if you can radiate your breath into those areas of tension, of tightness. Allow your breath to create space, to create ease. And just a few more moments here. Know where to be and nothing to do. And with the next few breaths, without changing anything, I invite for you to check in with your body from head to toe. Notice what you notice. And from this awareness of your physical body, shift your attention into your breath body. Notice the quality and the rhythm of your inhales and exhales just as they are. And then combine that awareness and bring movement to your fingers and toes as you inhale and exhale. On your inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe let go a sigh or a yawn. And gently hug your knees into your chest. Hold gratitude in your heart for your body as perfect as it is, and for this time that you have given yourself today. And make your way to a seated position. And use a moment here. Just check in and notice how your practice resonates in your body. Find your buoyant breath. Find that strong spine of yours. And just notice. And gently bring your hands up to your heart. And from this space around your hands and heart, come into a place of gratitude. And from that place of gratitude, bring to mind one more thing that you are grateful for today. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms together. Honor yourself, those around you, and your yoga practice. Exhale, hands to your forehead, that your thoughts may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. To your lips, that your words may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. And to your hearts, that your actions may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. Thank you so much for sharing in this practice with me today. I hope you have a really beautiful rest of your day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you.